Hello. Okay. Let's get started using my homemade deck. General messages for the collective, please, Spirit. What is the message for the collective? What would you like them to know? Just wanted to mention that while I was preparing before pressing record, I heard the Pink Floyd song, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Just mentioning it, just in case it's relevant for someone. Shine on you crazy diamond. Okay, you may be seeing threes, lots of threes, combinations of threes, 33, 333, 303, 33, 33. Making me think of self-expression, communication, creativity. Which is the third number 3 in the tarot? What is it? Oh, the Empress. Okay. And she certainly exudes the energy of creation, creativity, fertility, abundance, groundedness, connection to Mother Earth, to nature. And speaking of the Empress, who is quite the magnet for attracting to her abundance, blessings. This is from Neville Goddard's teachings, or Neville teachings inspired by Neville Goddard, most likely. You were never meant to chase, but to receive. And the Empress definitely knows how to receive, for she knows that she is innately worthy of receiving. She is attracting what she knows she already is. She is already abundant. She is already worthy. And look at, I'm noticing I can see through this this card here at the bottom of the, or at the top. Diamonds. So let's read that. Diamonds by Rihanna. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, sung by Marilyn Monroe. Resilience, personal power, courage, clarity, sacred bonds, eternal love, connection to higher consciousness, crown and etheric chakras, enhanced intuition, psychic abilities, clairvoyance, telepathy, etc. Okay. Okay, where? The light Seers, bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. Did we read about sacred connections or something like that when we were looking at the Diamonds card? Sacred bonds, eternal love. Okay. First, forming a sacred bond with yourself by going within, the Hermit card. Getting to know thyself, nurturing the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay, me, myself, and I. Popular phrase. Also, that makes me think, well, there's a movie starring Jim Carrey, but I think that's called Me, Myself, and Irene. The bond that you have with yourself is indeed sacred. Me, myself, and I. You are with yourself 24/7, no one else. Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. Choosing peace, moving towards peace. You may be feeling nostalgic at times, thinking about the past memories, past stories. They don't necessarily have to be denser feeling energies. They could be fond memories. Certainly this scene here, using this deck, the Light Seers. Fond memories of love, fond memories of loyal companionship. So, you may be an animal lover. Resonate with the loving frequencies of animals. This makes me think of maturity as well. Seeing the little boy here, the puppy, and then we see the more mature versions as well. Maturity through the passage of time, through all those relationships, especially, yes, through relationships, we learn the most significant lessons, right? So coming to peace with the past as well. Grounded energy, King of Pentacles, and there's another dog. So dogs may be significant. Or the energy of unconditional love and companionship, eternal bonds, sacred bonds. And the King of Pentacles is quite mature. And yes, he has gray hair, gray hair, a beard, gray beard. Very mature, solid, reliable energy. And he looks very relaxed. I'm noticing the bookshelves in his room. So you may be well-read, someone who loves reading, quite good with your words. So even though I'm seeing the color red, which is associated with stability, the root chakra, that also makes me think of, well, your throat chakra. Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm noticing the cups here. Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. Joyful emotions. Happy emotions. What would you like to say about the Nine of Cups? The Nine of Cups. The Five of Pentacles, contrasting energies here. Perspective. Perceiving. The importance of perspective. And how your perspective impacts your physical reality. And as the creator of your own creation, you have the power through your perception. What reality you would like to create for yourself. Eight of Wands. Alignment, I'm thinking. What would you like to say about the Eight of Wands? Aligning with your truth, your true essence of joy, freedom, love, peace. Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups. Aligning with love. Yep, your love energy. And aligning yourself with the energy of receiving love. We already talked about the energy of receptivity in one of the starter cards. You were never meant to chase, but to receive. You don't need to chase after love, for example. For you are love, and you are magnetizing to you love. More love. More manifestations of love in all forms. Knight of Swords. So focus. I'm seeing the Knight of Swords quite often, and whenever I see the Knight of Swords using this deck here, I always think about focus, determination, the energy of focus. So focusing where you put your energy, for that is where you direct your attention is where the energy grows. Strong emphasis on perception. But this also makes me think, because we saw the Eight of Wands, which is often associated with accelerated motion. The Knight of Swords, he is in movement, in action. And there's a motorcycle here, so I'm thinking of accelerated movement. Something is speeding up. And he's not running towards the past. He's future focused. But this is a swords suit, so this has something to do with mental processes, perception. Okay, more Cups energy. Page of Cups now. Page of Cups. Okay, someone may be moving towards you, and you may feel this intuitively. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, in touch with her feelings, highly sensitive. So she can feel the energies. What would you like to say about the Page of Cups? Queen of Pentacles, more mature energy. King of Pentacles, now the counterpart, Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Cups. This is interesting. Okay, so Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. There may be potentially an age difference between you and your counterpart. In terms of Earth age. However, most likely, the Page of Cups is quite mystical, spiritual. You are both old souls. You've been through multiple incarnations. But perhaps in this lifetime, if you resonate with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, who's very grounded, similar to the Empress. She's sitting out in nature. She's not chasing. She is magnetizing blessings to her. She is the embodiment of peace, harmony, freedom, stability. So in chronological age, and if you resonate with the Queen of Pentacles energy, you may be magnetizing to you a partner who may be, in terms of Earth age, younger than you. And that makes me look at the Six of Cups. So this may awaken in you, this relationship may awaken in you to a more deeper extent the energy of playfulness. And returning back to the Six of Cups, yeah, you'll create beautiful memories together. And this is a long-term relationship because I'm seeing the passage of time here that I mentioned when looking at the Six of Cups, this young boy and puppy. And then we also see an image of them many years later, but still together. Their bond having grown even stronger through the passage of time. Yeah, so that makes me return to what we read on the Diamonds card, Eternal Bonds. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. What would you like to say about the Seven of Pentacles? King of Wands. So creating while you wait. Your human may feel like the seeds that you've planted are taking a while to grow. But again, energy grows where your focus goes. So, guidance to create, get playful, to nurture that energy. Yeah, instead of being stuck, stagnant. That's far from the truth. This is an illusion, but the ego, the human mind, that is so dependent on, quote, logical thinking and determining its reality by looking at the physical. But seeing this mature energy, seeing the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, you see beyond the physical. And there are two images here of the same person, one who looks trapped, who perceives herself as trapped. Trapped in her mind. Blackbirds may be significant. I'm noticing a lot of blackbirds. Six of Swords, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords. But this is you, the person who is unbound, the person who knows that she is free. Just like the Empress, Queen of Pentacles, all these court cards, these mature court figures. They know they are sovereign, the sovereign creators of their realities. Look at that, the Moon and the Ten of Pentacles came out together. Yeah. You don't see this coming, you feel it. But the human mind can't comprehend or figure out how this is going to happen. It's trapped in the how and the when. That's interesting. Is this a Kabbalah? This image here. Before clicking record, I saw this. in my mind's eye. What is that? The Kabbalistic tree of life, is it? No, the tree of life. The tree of life. That may be significant for someone. Tree of life. Symbolizing interconnectedness, growth, immortality. Okay, that makes me think of eternal bonds and the unity of all existence across cultures and spiritual traditions. The tree of life is a universal archetype representing the connection between all forms of life. So that makes me look at the Six of Cups. All forms of life. Human, animal, the trees, all of nature, birds, etc. Between all forms of life, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now that makes me think of the infinity symbol. How energy is never destroyed, it just changes form. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and the link between the earthly and the divine. Its roots reach deep into the earth, symbolizing grounding and ancestry. We mentioned grounding, while its branches stretch toward the sky. Okay. Yes, and the branches on the Queen of Pentacles, her head here, is reaching towards the sky. She is grounded and yet connected, always connected to her divinity, to source, to all that is, while its branches stretch toward the sky, representing spiritual growth and aspiration, forming a cosmic axis known as the axis mundi. Axis? Okay, axis, I guess, here. That connects to the underworld, the material world, and the heavens. Okay, all right. Okay. Anything you'd like to add to the Ten of Pentacles energy? Add in regards to the Ten of Pentacles energy. So this speaks of luxury. Oh, and another dog. Looks like the same type of dog. Is it a retriever? I don't know. Golden retriever, Labrador. I don't know. Yeah, it makes me return to eternal bonds, lasting bonds. Bonds past, from the past, present, future. And all dimensions. Earthly, cosmic. Creating bonds, community, a legacy. A legacy of love. Writing that down. You're creating a legacy of love. Wow. Whew. You're creating a legacy of love. Oh, and the woman here, she is holding a big pentacle, just like the Queen of Pentacles here. And I imagine this as a huge, huge pentacle as well. So this makes me think of self-realization. What we can expect once we realize our innate worth, abundance. So looking at the moon card and the pentacles, okay. The moon, okay, that also makes me think of receptive energy, feminine energy. How your true self, your true essence, for a good chunk of your journey on earth was hidden. And as your self-worth is growing, as you remember your innate worth, the physical, your physical world will reflect that in a multitude of ways, in a multitude of forms. And we already saw the 9 of Cups, emotional contentment. Emotional, spiritual, and material contentment. So this also makes me think of the Sun card, the 10 of Pentacles, seeing the moon and the sun. Complementary energies. Judgment, yeah, you're being reborn. And we read about the rebirth energy, renewal energy, when reading about the Tree of Life. Yeah, you're being reborn. Emerging. Look at that. The coloring is quite similar too. Self-realization. Beautiful. Okay. How many minutes? 27 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Yes, I'm going to end it there. I'm tempted to keep going, but yeah, I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. So, thank you so much. Take care.